And welcome back to Careful Boys, where we are all kind of on cloud nine, kind of in a weird headspace right now.
We're buzzing, dude.
The reason why we're eating food is because Tulsi Gabbard showed up early. What politician shows up early? Tulsi Gabbard is the answer to that question.
And she's Hawaii, from Hawaii. Everyone's on Hawaii time.
Her security guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, you guys are eating," and we're like, "No, we're not." We instantly packed everything up.
We went like this.
No, shoved it into the back of the room.
And they were so fucking polite.
So polite.
Because Bart messaged the head and asked the assistant if we have time. And she goes, Tulsi would not want you to like not eat. So don't. And we're like, nah, dude. Like, her time is like, she's doing serious shit. Yeah, she's like doing actual work.
Way more serious than us.
Yeah.
She canceled on Jesse Waters from Fox News for
On
Just
Fox
Kidding
News.
News, bro.
What the fuck
So
is
to
that
catch you
about?
guys up, all right now. So to catch you guys up, Tulsi Gabbard is probably one of the highest profile guests we've had. And I met her at a Tim Kennedy workout. And so with a lot of like high profile, super busy people, their schedules can change at any second. And there's other people that we're gonna come on, but either part of a leg of a tour changed or some other things happen, and we shoot on very specific days, Thursdays and Fridays usually, so it's like, it's hard to line up all the schedules. And because of that, I am a little bit superstitious, where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep this to myself and Joe, that we have a really cool guest coming, and I don't wanna reveal to anybody who it is, because I feel like when you let things out into the air, sometimes it doesn't happen.
And we get too excited, and then things happen.
Yeah. So, when you guys have been kept a secret the whole time, who did you think was, because you guys know a guest was coming, but you guys didn't know who it was. Who did you guys think?
I still think it's messed up that you try to make me think it's Weird Al.
Yeah, dude.
Weird
I think it's hilarious.
So good.
Were you guys literally like, were you guys disappointed that it was Tulsi Gabbard and then not Weird Al Yankovic?
No.
Because I saw the disappointment in your guys' face.
I saw it in his face because he doesn't know who Tulsi Gabbard
Yeah,
was.
that's true.
Until you mentioned that she's the one who knocked out Kamala Harris, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Debate.
only reason why it was funny to me is because the day before, aka yesterday, you guys were like, hey, just make sure you guys like, dress nice, dress up. So I was like, fuck.
I knew that was a prank though.
Okay, wow, you're so fucking clever, Ryan.
And then I was wrong.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So my story, by the way, just chill out, but
Chill out.
for me, I'm like, oh shit, I have to dress up. Okay, so I take my outfit, all right, and I put it out the night before. I'm like,
Wow.
I should think about this because I don't want to be thinking about it in the morning. I want to know what's going on.
You don't wanna make-
prepared.
Yep.
And then in the morning, Bart trolled us and said Weird Al Yankovic only has 2 hours.
And then he said, oops.
He said oopa.
Oops.
Made it seem more real.
Yeah.
Really good play. I got you.
What if all of us came in like aloha shirts?
That would have been sick.
Well, that's why I was like, did I just put out an outfit for Weird Al Yankovic?
Yes, you did. But now I know you're down.
Which is still like respect, why not?
I mean, he deserves the respect. But I'm just saying, like, it just felt funny and weird to do that.
So who did you think it was though? Before I said Weird Al, did you have any like assumptions? Like, damn, why is there so much like formal preparation?
My very first assumption, because you guys made us change schedules. Steve didn't come. We're changing from our normal Friday, Saturday to come over here on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, Thursday. I was like, dude, it's a big deal, right? But then as much as it kept on going, just knowing the nature of everything that goes on here, I was like, honestly, it could be just fucking Taika or something stupid.
Dude, legit.
Like, just knowing how stupid
was
this
one of the
group
names.
is.
I've been here for many years. I've never had Bart be like, "Hey, dude, is it cool if you come mid-month? Because like we got kind of a big guest, but I don't want to tell you who."
And I know you would love to be here. That's why.
Thank you.
I think
thank
you wouldn't ever let it go
I would have destroyed you guys.
if you didn't
I would
get
have destroyed you guys. I would have why I left JK all over the fucking all over. No question. No, but yeah, I was like, great.
Did he make you do any guesses? Like the way that we had to
No. So
Well, we eventually had to tell him.
Right.
they told me 3 days ago. They told me like as I'm getting on a fucking plane, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, what was your reaction when Bart told you?
I was fucking stoked. I did the Dick Van Dyke fucking that shit.
Cook Cheerios together? Because I was trying to plan also the hosting, right? So I was prepping. I've been talking with her assistant.
And you thought Anthony would suck.
Well, no, that's why I reached out to both of them.
He benched him.
I was like, which one of you guys?
Those questions suck the most.
I was like, which one of you guys read? Because it is about her book, right?
Literally the stupidest.
And then Anthony says, I don't read. Ryanimay said,
Okay, time out.
He says, I don't know how to read. He says, I don't know how to read.
And Ryan said, I barely like to read.
how to read.
And Ryan says, I barely like to read too. So I was like, son of a bitch. And I was like, let me try to get them to send me the book, or at least some talking points. But it didn't come in time. And then so it was a last minute decision this week that I was like, well, if we don't have time to prepare, I think the most informed on politics would be Steve. So that's why I asked you.
Are laughing. They just
And I didn't even know who you were talking about. Here's what you texted me.
Are you sure?
You literally said, you go, so for our highly valued guests, they're on a book tour too. I figured it would be good to have one of our hosts get familiar with the book. And I said, I feel like Anthony loves books. And then you said, let me ask, and immediately texted back, Anthony hates books.
All he did was text me. Let me read my shit.
And then I told you I'm a slow ass reader. I don't think I have time to read it, but how about Steve book lover Greene?
He goes, hey Anthony, do you like to read physical books? I say I'm very on it once in a while, but I'm not very good at it. Audiobooks be hitting sometimes though. And she has an audiobook.
Well, it's not out yet.
Well, at that time, there was only physical books. So I was, do you like read physical books?
Yeah.
Okay, for the sake of just no PvP the entire time though,
PvP, yeah.
honestly, on camera, for the record, one time only, never again. Props to Bart for bringing it on.
You got the guest. That's a big deal.
Shout out to Steve for crushing the hosting.
Just accept your thanks and we'll do that in a second.
Thank you.
No, I mean, if Bart didn't work out with her, and if he didn't even know Tim Kennedy, like, there wouldn't have been this opportunity.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
Take
crazy.
your
You
flowers.
crushed it. You
because
crushed it.
It's moments like these that I'm like, oh my god, I do have faith in JK.
I told Nikki, I was like, Bart thinks he's got a special guest. Probably get Kev Jumba.
He's a special guest.
I know, but like I'm not, like, hey Steve, don't come because like it'll be fun. It'll be more fun if you come mid-month for X guests. And I was like, whatever. We got fucking Nika Higa coming.
Also, shout outs to Tim though. Tim
Kennedy, you gotta say Kennedy.
Kennedy.
He's so fucking cool.
Tim De La Ghetto.
Because he puts everyone on the same playing field.
Yeah, that's really cool of him.
After the workout, he likes to do like a quick little like moto, or the Marine Corps call it moto speech. Just kind of like a little uplifting, little debrief, wrap it all up. So he does these workouts when he comes into Vegas to do the SHOT Show, which he doesn't even have to do, because it's his schedule's already crazy. But he comes and he does these pro veteran to help him with like suicide, mental illness workouts to bring everyone together, and he does them like 5 days in a row at like 5 or 6 a.m. And his days are slammed, but he'll still squeeze that in because it doesn't, even though it doesn't benefit him one bit. At the end of this speech, at the end of the workout, he goes, everyone that's here right now, I'm sure all of you guys know like one person that's hurting. That one person that you could check in with, if you brought them here to sweat, could potentially change their mindset, and whatever darkness they're in could immediately bring them into the light. And then so he had like this really cool speech of like, oh man, you should check in with their homie and maybe just do more things with the homies or whatever. At the end of it, he calls out every person that he knows. He was like, Tulsi, but whatever, Brian Counter, whatever, Bart, Marine, blah, 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 blah. And then so he puts everyone that he knows into like the same playing field. Yeah. So immediately there's like this mutual respect thing. And I think that probably could have been like, because Tulsi probably, I don't know who the fuck that Bart guy is, but because Tim co-signs.
Part of the gang.
Then it's like, oh shit, that's tight.
It's a good thing Tim wasn't like, spiky hair,
Hey.
dumbbell, Asian hate, dumbbell gang owner,
Big dog.
white dog.
Big dog.
Guy.
My favorite meme lately.
Shout outs to Tim for like connecting people and providing that floor for people to be able to network and do cool things with each other. Yeah, shout outs to him, man.
Super cool, man.
Now you can talk about Steve.
Steve did an amazing job.
Ice
because
cold.
Truly.
The Ice Man.
Round of applause for
Ice in his game.
One time on camera
He
only.
did a great job of balancing funny but great.
Also,
true pro.
Also, a lot of people out there don't know us 100% for who we are. I think all of us are the don't touch that button, we'll smash that button type of people. Even like the safest of us in here are like that. So I think like for us to completely behave and also
Yeah, just listen.
listen and create a safe environment, but still be able to come in and give that JK flavor and have fun. Like shout outs to everyone here.
Shout outs to me. I almost told Tulsi Gabbard that Hannah would motorboat my butt.
Wow, you really held that back, huh?
I bet if you said it, she would have been cool with it though.
Yeah.
All right, back to Steve. So there was a moment where everybody's buttholes was tight as fuck. I didn't know where gas would pass.
Yeah.
But this guy still was able, and this is the first moment that I knew like we were still in JK News. Is in the middle of the first video, right? Basically, he still talks about it, and it wasn't the Assad apology.
He called her a Russian spy.
Russian spy,
That was
basically.
fucking
Russian
hilarious,
asset.
dude.
Asset.
Yeah, a Russian asset. And I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck.
You nailed it though.
But that's,
nailed
also,
it.
when I,
You nailed
that's
it.
also when I was like, God damn, Steve's a superhero.
Dude, Steve is another level, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's also the cold plunge. It's like if she could read the sarcasm and the fun in that, then it's like we're good for the rest of the
I could already tell.
Yeah,
that was
and she ate it up.
yeah.
I could already tell.
Because then she knows that he's informed and that also he thinks it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think it's ridiculous.
I think there's a merit to the argument, but
I learned more about her today, and now I think more that she's a Russian asset today than I did.
A Manchurian candidate, even.
She's now the greatest Russian
Oh,
asset.
dude. By the way, she didn't denounce Putin one time she was here. I'm just saying.
yeah, I didn't even mention that.
I don't know. That's weird to me.
But that was just a very nerve-wracking experience. I've never sat next to a potential presidential candidate before.
Can you tell us why you took the thing down behind you for the day?
Oh yeah, so dude, these guys.
saw you going, oh shit.
That's when I knew shit was real.
Yeah. Okay, these fucking guys were like, I see Ryan and Anthony because they're sitting together on the other side, and we're about to start filming, and she's sitting down already. So she's ready right next to me.
He asked me if he thinks we. He's like, should we take it down?
It's a good call.
The second he asked me is when she came out the bathroom, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. I should have done it earlier. That's on me.
Where did you put it?
So I just put under the thing face up, and I was kicking it to Tulsi, and I was like, look down. Look down. It's him. But no, like you were like, I just see Ryan and Anthony like. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I look over and I was like, oh, this. And I was like,
He really was good.
yeah. I was like, what? I was already nervous, dude. The fucking.
I was like, just in case, because I don't want to have to explain that joke.
no, of
He
course.
was over there for 9/11, dude. Like, I did not want that to be the fuck. Like, hey, how come you're in this fucking? And this is why you guys are my worst PR nightmare.
Here we go.
But we didn't. Wait, did we start that?
This is Jason Channing. It's not you.
yeah.
Oh, that's his bit.
Jason's bit, yeah.
Jason's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She probably would have looked at him and was like, who's that guy?
It's a great bit though.
No big deal.
Who's that treasonous?
But I
Yeah.
do gotta double down though. I was so scared to ask her the question I asked her.
That was great.
That was great though.
Wait.
I almost
No, you
laughed.
can tell me if you've seen it by now.
At least it came from
almost-
you, man.
I fucking almost died.
Dude, she was giving a response about the victims, and I was like, God damn it, Anthony, why the fuck did you have to ask this goddamn question? Because I am almost going to burst out laughing as she's talking about victims.
Half of you guys kind of did. You're like,
Well, he
no,
was-
we did.
Fucking Steve.
It was me?
You made me almost crack because when she said
Bro.
her response was, "I think everyone's free to believe what they want." You looked at Anthony like, great.
Yeah, I did give you that.
I did that.
That was for the fans. That was for the
I
fans.
did that for the fucking fans, dude.
I know. I did that for the fans too.
I had to freaking do
And then you said something too. You were like, he kind of doesn't believe it.
Anthony, you did that for us. Thank you so much.
I did do that for you guys.
Thank you so much.
I was shitting
Team
bricks
player,
trying to
team
find the
player.
right words too. Because
The answer was probably like the sickest answer I've ever heard for anything like that.
best. The best.
So that's what I. So, what are our impressions of Tulsi? Other than that she didn't
Okay.
she didn't denounce Putin, but it's fine.
Well, we watched her as a fan.
Yeah.
We saw her on the primaries,
Yes.
like, you know.
You and me would text about Tulsi.
We were like, wow, who is this person? And then we would follow her, and then I was like, dude, you know, the thing is, I'm super skeptical at the highest level of politics because, like, people just pander, and she's like, just regurgitating talking points maybe of what she thinks the new generation would like to hear. And I was like, the thing is, off camera, on camera, she's a consistent person. She's even fucking cooler in real life. So I was just shocked as like, okay, the person that's like saying this stuff on camera, she's even realer in real life and cooler.
Yeah.
Cause dude, like even the staff, that like her bodyguard, everybody, like I think it really tells you the type of company she keeps and who she is, and if she understands, like, you know, I think she could hold herself at a professional level, but I think in real life, like when she's not wearing the suit and all that, she has friends like us.
I think so too.
Like that's what I realized. I was like, she's one of us.
Yeah.
And she grew up with probably, you know, she grew up in Hawaii. Like she grew up with people that, you know, like she's around our age.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I see you have this level of professionalism for the public, but I was like, dude, this is the real deal. Like she's not pretending. And I was
Very
like,
genuine.
Yeah.
Very genuine.
yeah. And I think I liked her even more afterwards. I was like, wow. Like, and it also is re-energizing to feel like, oh, there's someone that works in politics that actually gives a fuck and can't be bought.
There's hope in politics.
There's hope.
Oh, and
Yeah.
she kept saying that, and she, you know, I do sometimes get. I'm a fairly optimistic person, but I do sometimes get so mired down in like the political landscape now. It's hard to find the dubs, and she just kept on saying like, I am looking forward to what's next, and I was like, damn, dude, I need to be more like that.
It's a good example of like where to set your crosshairs a little bit.
Yeah, especially knowing the foundation that she also said that she hasn't been receiving campaign dollars from the Democratic National Committee or anything like that too, and she did everything herself. And it's like, okay, so they don't have that leverage on her. So things that she does say, she believes in. Those are her things that she's choosing to.
And they rolled out the red carpet for her. She told us about how it works on the inside, and she's like, yeah, when I got in. Paraphrasing here. She paraphrased too, so I can paraphrase. They're like, yeah, you're in vogue. Yeah, you're awesome. We want you to be the vice chair of the committee, all this shit. And then she's basically just like, cool, but I'm still going to be me. And they're like, oh, bitch. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, that shit was eye-opening. To hear that from the inside. Like, she gets the calls. You're in vogue. You're the it gal. All this shit. And then as soon as she tries to do something that she believes in,
Everything dries up. Boom, 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 boom. Gone.
But it's so refreshing to see someone stick to their beliefs, especially because I think in politics, everyone's got an ulterior motive. And, you know, at least for me, she didn't give me any reason to believe that she was working for sinister forces or selfish reasons. Because the stuff that she was saying and the points that she was making, it was like, yes, these are the talking points and things that matter to citizens. These are the things I want to know. And thank you for talking about it. And she's actually trying to get people to not divert to stupid like arguments. She's like, let's focus on the topic.
Sure,
These
logical,
are the issues. And I'm like, okay, well, what how can she benefit from actually talking about fixing issues, corruption, like inefficiencies, bureaucracy, education reform, all that stuff? It's like, how does she benefit if she was corrupt to do that? And that's what I kept trying to figure out. And I'm like, I don't see where it can kind of be self-serving, other than like, maybe I gotta really now look into the things that she's trying to champion and who it might benefit. But like, everything she said to me was like, fuck, this is who I've been waiting for.
Anthony, as somebody who like dances for money, do you when you got to meet like someone that you never even saw really before and didn't know yet, and you like you saw her face, but you're like,
no, I've
I
said
can't
good
place
things
it.
about you.
No, but
so
you saw her face. You saw her face and you couldn't place it. Do you think about like? Do you think that she won you over, or not?
Are you gonna vote for her if she runs for president?
Would you vote for her?
It's hard not to be swayed by the fact that the second you even have the concept of personal connection with somebody versus just seeing them on a TV and not knowing, you know what I mean? Like one of the last things she said off camera, which she was like talking about like something that Joe Rogan said. It's like, talk to somebody for 20 minutes, maybe they'll be able to like continue putting up this facade or their talking points of whatever needs to be said. But like when you do long form content and you sit down like a podcast for like over an hour, you really learn who they are, because they can't like just say the speeches anymore. They have to like go deeper into what they actually.
They gotta know their shit.
Especially our stupid question rapid fire round.
Yeah,
like
no
you
preps.
can't prepare for that.
So like Steve showing her a TikTok video about like an issue, you know what I mean? It's like we got the privilege of sitting down here for 2 hours talking, and it's like no shade to any other candidate or government official, but I just don't get that privilege, you know what I mean, to sit down with somebody. So of course it's like, wow, you have a very strong impact on me. And then I think one of the first thing, kind of like a hook that like was in the beginning, was just even the title of her book, especially the part where she kept on referencing why I left the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And it's like, even Ryan asked and pressed on afterwards too, like, didn't a bunch of conservatives after that, go like, hey, come to our side.
He's gonna be trying to buy her side.
And
like,
she
get her-
did say, they try to poach me.
Because I was like, same thing. It's like, all right, you left the Democratic side, so she chose independent, which we all know is like impossible as hell to win
Yeah,
the
dude.
election in this world.
And I'm sure people were trying to offer her mad incentives to not do that. So it's
She
like,
still gave her
She kinda talked about
totally logical and reasonable answer, and it's like we just don't see that in everything that we have low-key like had an opinion or complained about in every conversation that we've had here. So like, yeah, of course I'm fucking swayed, because like we got a chance to have a real interaction with somebody, and that makes her a real person.
Yeah.
So
my favorite thing is how like we've always said for a long time, and you've I think said it the most, about how like no matter what side, whether it's Democratic or Republican, it's like they both want to go to war all the fucking time, and it's like that's like one of the first things she said.
And it's like,
I know.
it's so refreshing to hear a Washington insider basically confirm what we've been saying for the last 10 fucking years.
Yeah. She would take offense at you calling her that, by the way, so I just say quote unquote. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Not Washington insider as a fucking,
Off camera,
asset,
I
but
asked.
no big deal.
I said she didn't denounce Putin. Off camera, I asked her if she identifies as a politician, and she said no, because she thought it was offensive, so I never called her one.
Yeah, but for the rest of the world, she is. She was in politics. She worked in politics. Like she was a higher up in that whole system, and so coming from a person that was in the game, like firsthand accounts, saw shit. For me, I'm like, that was so refreshing to hear, like it from her saying, the military-industrial complex is real, and I think it even means much more from a veteran. Or I think she's active.
Yeah.
She's not a veteran, right? She's in the military.
She's a
She's there
veteran.
right now. That's why she's going dark for 2 weeks.
She's leaving.
Yeah, so she's active duty military. She's still fighting for this country and doing service for the country, and she's still talking about like the military-industrial complex. And I'm like, dude, that's bold.
Yeah, so hypothetically, if you were to ask me right now if she was a presidential candidate, specifically with Biden and Trump in the mix, yeah I'd vote for her.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would too.
Wow.
That's an easy answer.
You rather vote Tulsi?
Yeah, if it was a thing, yeah.
I'll do next one. I'm gonna vote Biden this one.
Okay.
Okay. Just kidding.